Hello and welcome to Warblog. I'm going to play Operation Junction City again. The reason I'm playing it again is because I've put in some new rules and I'm just going to explain them. They're not particularly difficult to comprehend, but I thought I would just work through them and hopefully they should all work. So again, this is game is defined as being a hammer and anvil, and essentially what we've got is, as I have explained already, is an anvil made up of the infantry. So these infantry along here, the 25th and the 1st Division, they walked there with their artillery. These units were air mobile or paradropped. Combined, they create this anvil. These units act as screens, and these ones are the hammer. Now, I've only got 4 units in there. And the reason I'm playing this one is because it's particularly interesting in relation to what I've just done. I've just edited and modified the unit-unit relationships. So basically, armour, for example, this unit here, the 11th Armoured Cavalry, is worth 1.7 versus infantry stacks. Now, the rules are only just been put in, so there might be a few sort of peculiarities or errors, but it seems to be working. Mechanized infantry is at 1.5. So essentially, these units suddenly got a lot tougher versus most of these units. Now, then they don't have their factors applied against artillery, and so if this infantry had that artillery unit in there, they wouldn't get that factor. It would just be a straight factor. You have to be going just against that type of unit. However, it's not just that type of unit. It's pretty much everything. Soft skin. I won't go into sort of the maths of it, but basically, unless it's got mechanized, armored artillery or rockets, the armor will count as 1.7, else it will be straight. So basically, you need to put your infantry with your with artillery or armor or mechanized units or rockets in order to sort of basically negate that armor effect. Now the same thing happens with mechanized units, but also there's the same factor when infantry are attacking likewise. So if infantry attack armor, they're actually at half. If they attack mechanized, they're at 0.7, I think. I've put this in the rules. I've actually rewritten some of the rules as well. So I'm just going to start playing, which should be unusual for me. Rather just talking rubbish. But so essentially, I'm going to hope to demonstrate that these units are far more effective. Now, I did sort of play it, and I thought, wow, this is really interesting. Okay, now I'm going to play a little more seriously, and I hope it won't be too boring. So we've got rockets there, air defense there. Okay, I'm going to do 4 attacks into there, one after the other. Well, let's see what the first one does. 1-to-1, that's what I want, an exchange. I think I have to press that. I mean, this is just me almost twisting my own rules, but I find it's a lot easier to do one attack after another at 1-to-1 odds. I mean, that was no result. I almost got shot down. But at 1-to-1, instead of doing a 3-to-1 and getting an exchange, I've already had my exchange. I've still got 2 more attacks. So there's another exchange. And so I got 2 exchanges. I mean, it swings and roundabouts, but I could have got all 4, and I could have got some defender retreats out of all of that. but these units are now at depression 2, which is fine by me because I'm going to be attacking them. Now these are rockets. I don't want to take too long over this. Now, let me just be a bit clear about this. There's infantry and air defence. Now, air defence have also been modified. They're basically going to. They don't get any factors. They will get small factor. It's basically 10%. So they'll be worth 0.1. They're just not worth anything. Or are they? No, they defend at 1. What am I talking about? It's when they attack. They attack at 0.1. You can't attack with air defence units. That's what someone doing that the other day, and anyway, so I want to take this if I can. Now, what I'm going to focus on here, I've got mechanised. So I've got 8, 15, 22, but that should be at like 0.5, so it should be about 26. That's just as a guess. I was about right. What I didn't factor in was my outflanking. So I had 28. It's 2 to 1 with an exchange. It's not that brilliant. I've also put these things in here. This is just really sort of give me, but I think it also maybe appeal to players to see the odds, because you can calculate these odds. These are not unknown odds, and this is the die roll. You know, I'm not just making these numbers up. I would have hoped to have taken that unit because I wanted to get this in play. Okay. This isn't too boring. See, I don't want to move the anvil down. I want to keep the anvil there just to sort of play the game, really. I'll just move that forward because it makes sort of sense, but I don't want to sort of move this down. I want to see if I can use the hammer to actually back in there. What am I doing? I want to attack at least. So let's see. Thing is, he's got rockets, so I won't get any additional factors. But look at that. That was nice. I wasn't expecting that. 3 to 1. Now that was, I rolled a die roll of 1, which is the best. You know, that's 1 on 12. So at 3 to 1, I got defender eliminated. You can almost see the factors there. I won't calculate them. If you've got a screensaver, you could probably do the calculations. But to some extent, as long as they look okay, I'm quite happy. But that was nice from a gaming perspective because, and now I can move into there, or not. Maybe it wants 3 movement to get into there. Okay. Okay. End turn. So, what are we going to try and do? using my magical toggle button. Ap Bor Bang was the location of the major battle in this game. It's not going to be too far off, just slightly south. I think I'm going to attack this hex. So I think I can possibly do a reasonable attack in there. It's moved. Too long on this. Hell of a lot of 2-to-1 in exchange. Okay, well, let's see whether we can do anything against this unit like we did yesterday. Attacker retreat. Ouch. Okay. Well, just checking. -1. Okay. Well, that battle there didn't go well for the Viet Cong. I think that was it. Good result here. Poor Viet Cong results, and the game's pretty much sealed, I think. Okay, so which is the biggest cookie I want to crack to start off with? I think taking out that artillery is going to be worthwhile. Let's see what we've got. If one attack gives me 1-to-1 odds, defender retreat, that's perfect. If I could just, that I could have put all 4 in on that. Another defender retreat. I mean, these units are already depression 6. When I'm on a roll here, they're also using napalm or something. 3. I mean, they're worth nothing now. I'm not even going to bother with the last attack. Attack something else with that. This is pretty intense, really, for Vietnam. Let's see where we can get the same sort of results here. And exchange. Okay. The nice thing is that artillery is pretty much out of use now. It's not going to do anything effective. Let's just. What's the factors here? Depression 2. Let's take it out. Come on, slow connection. 4-to-1. Good result. Defender eliminated. Yes. This is working in the Americans' favour. And they've still got 5 movement points left, so I can move into there. And that will take me down to sort of 2 or 3 movement points and continue my assaults. Perhaps into this hex here. Feeling lucky. Defender eliminated. Now, what we basically, well, it's coming to the end now, so I'm not going to do any more. Although I will move that into there if I can. Just, yeah. I think that's pretty much the Viet Cong sewn up. What I've been trying to demonstrate there is this hammer, which is actually armour versus infantry in most cases, being quite effective, and also demonstrating the effectiveness of the air power, and in general the sort of robustness of the game system itself. But I'm not going to play any more of this, so I hope you enjoy it, and